A very warm welcome to all participants and the organizers of the 17th International Conference on Urban Health, with a theme transforming our collective urban future, learning from COVID-19. Without much ado, I will be presenting a paper titled Beyond Green Home, a study of 3H Conceptual Prototypical. And the authors are Eghosa, Ekhaese, Waqar, Hussain, and Kifayat Hussain of the Department of Architecture, Covenant University, Nigeria, Department of Humanities, COMSATS University, Pakistan, and Department of Architecture, COMSATS University, Pakistan, respectively. By way of introduction, I like to say that a green home is a sustainable construct where the heart is most happy, unconditionally loved, safe, and protected in a location where it is best at adapting and restoring harmony, happiness, health, and life balance. Again, we want to say that healthy, happy home, recognized as 3H, must have the component of love and joy to make it truly a healthy, happy home. Love, for instance, creates light, and joy maintains a sense of security in a home. Again, we will further explain by introduction that healthy, happy home is sure when we keep the home clean and ensure the release of positive energy within the spaces of the home, irrespective of the size. I want to further emphasize that happiness is impossible anywhere in the world if we are not happy at home. So beyond green home, beyond having green home, it is important to make that green home a healthy, happy home. To do this, we want to consider three major objectives, which is identifying the health future or features in a green residential home, ascertaining happiness determinants in a green residential home, and developing a conceptual framework that will encapsulate the three concepts, the 3H concept, I beg your pardon. And so by doing that, we look extensively at literatures, methodologically, historically, and integratively, in order for us to be able to situate properly these topics among existing literature. And then in the materials and methods section, we engage a qualitative method where exploratory, descriptive, and contextual approach was used. Now, the research technique was phenomenological and grand theory in order for us to be able to determine the size of respondents that we might be interviewing or discussing with. In the end, we were able to constrain our participants to 50 experts drawn from the built environment professional, from the medical and health professional, from environmentalists, also from architectural historians, so we can be able to get the right data for this study. And then we make sure that these professionals were residents in the university and they are practicing experts or professionals, if you like. And so this study was done specifically in Pakistan. And so we went through the 5 provinces of Pakistan. Then we picked all of these 50 experts in the university. And at the end, we engaged focus group discussion, in-depth interview, and observation guide as our instrument, so we can be able to elucidate great information or data from these experts. At the end of the day, we're able to come up with rich data, and then we analyzed and interpreted this data along these 3 objectives. Here are the results. First of all, we said we're going to develop a conceptual framework for this job. And so what we did was to place the needs of man. And by doing that, we're able to draw the needs of man to be in 8 major domains, according to Abraham Maslow in his Maslow hierarchy of needs. And then we also looked at Sigmund Freud pleasure principle, where we looked at psychosocial well-being, and then we looked at health as one of the major needs of man. In the end, when we place these 3 broad needs of man under these 3 different theories, against what we would describe as the features of healthy home, I beg your pardon, and healthy neighborhood, we saw some major infrastructure or facilities, or maybe features that makes up a healthy home. And then when we place this need against it, we're able to come out with a phenomenon called happiness and all of its attachments, like sense of community, sense of aesthetics, sense of security, sense of belongingness, and comfort, as well as peace. So this, in a nutshell, encapsulates all of the journey so far in trying to get or arrive at healthy, happy home. Again, we further wanted to describe this 3H concept from the Venn diagram. And so what we did was to position the home, health, and happiness together. And then the intersect of home and health gave us healthy home. The intersect of home, and happiness gave us happy home. And the intercept of health and happiness gave us well-being and wellness. And so at the intercept, when we have a healthy home, happy home, and wellness, then we can safely say that we have the 3H concept. And then we wanted to recommend an architectural masterpiece that will be considered along the family socio-economic status. And so we looked at it along the low-income family, the middle-income family, and the high-income family. And then we're able to at least design a cost-effective home that will encapsulate all of these health requirement, happiness requirement to give us the 3H. And so at the end of the day, the spaces were provided, the infrastructures were provided, the facilities required was also created to be able to meet all of these needs of man. And at the end, we came up with sustainable and cost-effective home design that can be prototyped across the globe. So what we have here in figure 3 is for a 3-bedroom mansionette for a middle-class family. And so in the end, we concluded that a 3H model residence, if tested and prototyped, will create a beyond green neighborhood. And a beyond green neighborhood, if prototyped, would give us what we would describe as a happy world, or a healthy, happy world, if you like, which is one of the drive of the SDGs and WHO. I'd like to thank you very much for listening. I would entertain questions. Please drop them at the chat box, and then we will treat them later. Thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.